making the personal sacrifice to play these important roles in spite of their busy schedules. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Even before you pray, Jehovah God has answered you. He has done it for you. Thank you very much, Department of Music, University of Nigeria Band. As the chief host of today's occasion, I am truly happy and proud to have brought these two globally acclaimed leaders under one roof to add color and candor to our convocation ceremonies. With them, I have no doubt that our 52nd convocation lecture will meet and possibly exceed the very high standards of previous ones. You would agree with me that the topic of the lecture, why university should lead the way to a new country, is apt and truly suits the mood of the nation. It is remarkable that our convocation lecturer has chosen to provoke this important convocation on the future role of universities at the domain of the first indigenous university of Nigeria. Like our country, Nigeria, our university is 63 years old, and this is our 52nd convocation ceremony. Thus, I believe the time has come for reflection and frank conversation on new roles for the university in Nigeria. At the end of the lecture, I am sure that the ripples and vibrations will be felt across the country and beyond. To be honest, I cannot wait to hear the lecture. So I have deliberately chosen to keep my address short so we can have all the time to listen to the lecture. Once again, I offer you all a very warm welcome to our 52nd convocation lecture. May I also use this forum to invite you to be part of all the other activities of the convocation. Please enjoy your stay with us, and thank you all for coming. Thank you, Professor Arize Chukwu Charles Igwe, Fellow of the Academy of Sciences. Even before you pray, Jehovah God has answered you. He has done it for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Next, it's my pleasure to invite the chairman of today's lecture, General Ike Nwachukwu, retired, to give the opening remarks and formally declare the convocation lecture started. General, sir, please an applause as he comes to me.
Ikechukwu mere mma lee ya ka ọ na-eje. Ikechukwu lee ya ka ọ na-eje. If I young daddy, lee ya ka ọ na-eje. Mama this and that, lee ya ka ọ na-eje.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, most distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma, the Chancellor of this university, the Great Oni of Ife, the President General of Ahaneze Ndibo, my friend and brother, Chief Engineer Emmanuel Iwanyao, members of the academia, honorable ministers, our royal fathers, the lions and the lionesses. It is my honor to make a few remarks on this momentous occasion of the 52nd Convocation lecture of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, soon to be delivered by one of our most progressive, effective, and caring governors in today's Nigeria, most distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, CON. Thank you, Governor, and the leadership of this great institution for according me the privilege to chair this event of the graduation of lions and lionesses that's going to take place. As we gather here to celebrate the culmination of years of hard work and dedication, it is imperative that we take a moment to reflect on the university's motto, to restore the dignity of man, which was, of course, coined by our one and only Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the founding father of this university. The motto reflects the university's commitment to providing quality education, promoting human dignity, and contributing to the development of individuals and society as a whole. It encapsulates the university's mission to empower students with knowledge and skills that will enable them to make positive contributions to their communities and the world at large. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, universities as the bastions of knowledge and innovation have a crucial role to play in leading Nigeria towards a brighter and more prosperous future. Allow me to highlight why universities should lead the way for Nigeria in several key areas. First, our nation's institutions of higher learning serve as the incubators of talents and intellectual capital, and most especially character. I recall the story told that when the Chinese were being battered, they built this huge wall, which you all know about. It was so fortified, had strong gates and so on. But each time the enemies would breach that and come in and attack them. Then they carried out an inquest. It came to bear that the guards were easily compromised, therefore lacking character. It is therefore important that in all the learnings you've made here, or you get from here, character is absolutely important for you as an individual and for a country to make progress. You therefore have the responsibility to nurture the next generation of leaders, thinkers, and innovators who should then drive Nigeria's development agenda. This is more important now, particularly as the whole world has been overwhelmed by the nascent technological disruption of artificial intelligence, AI, and the digital transformation. Your generation bears the responsibility, therefore, of leading Nigeria and indeed Africa into the fourth industrial revolution, which AI experts describe as essential to growth in the new world. By providing quality education in our institutions in science and in arts, and fostering a culture of critical thinking and creativity, These institutions empower individuals and groups to tackle the complex challenges facing our nation today and beyond. Secondly, universities are hubs of research and development. Through cutting-edge research and innovation, they have the capacity to address some of Nigeria's most pressing issues, from healthcare and agriculture, through energy and infrastructure, to poverty and to insecurity. By investing purposefully in research and innovation, while fostering collaboration between academia, industry, and government, universities can compel and propel and provide the engine for meaningful progress and sustainable development of our country. I believe, therefore, that with our universities and institutions of higher learning offering realistic solutions to some of our challenges, Nigerian leaders will have no choice than to apply those solutions to overcome our crippling national problems. Furthermore, universities play a crucial role in promoting social cohesion and national unity, the absence of which have been impediments in our development. As centers of diversity, equity, and inclusivity, universities bring together people from various backgrounds, religions, cultures, and ideologies, and should therefore groom their graduates to understand the values and virtues founded in our various ethnic nationalities. By so doing, and in the spirit of the National Youth Service Corps, started by former military head of state Yakubu Gowon in 1973, which most of you are about to embark upon, our universities will have helped in bridging the divides that exist within our society, thus promoting a sense of national cohesion, national identity, and national pride. It was Evelyn Weber, writer, entrepreneur, and World at School ambassador, who said, and I quote, "There's no better investment a nation can make than education. It is an investment in economic development, an investment in opportunity, and investment in our shared future. Therefore, Nigeria and its people must invest substantially in education. In addition, the University of Nigeria and other institutions of its type have a pivotal role to play in instilling in our future the leaders, the culture of doing the right things and upholding our shared values no matter the circumstances. By leading the way in education, research, and social development, universities can pave the path to a brighter, more inclusive, more prosperous Nigeria, and for generations to come. As we therefore celebrate the achievements of our graduates today, let us also reaffirm our commitment to investing heavily in and harnessing the power of education and innovation to build a better tomorrow for all Nigerians, Africans, and humanity. I want to thank you for the opportunity to let me speak with you. Thank you.
Very much. Thank you. Next, we're going to read the citation on the 52nd Convocation lecturer. And before that, we're going to robe the lecturer, the guest lecturer. So may I invite most respectfully the 52nd Convocation lecturer, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Nigeria, Professor Charles A. Igwe, the University Mace Bearer, Professor Joshua Emeka Omifekwem, to assist the Vice Chancellor in robing the 52nd Convocation lecturer. Please join me on the stage.
You must agree. Even today, now you and okay, any lecture, if my lecture, yeah. Isomoya, Isamoya, Equanoya, Yeremia, Omadetina, Come and see, come and see.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. May I invite the University orator, Professor Ikenna Onwebuna, to read the citation and to formally introduce the 52nd Convocation lecturer of the University of Nigeria. Professor Onwebuna, please.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, Mr. Chairman, sir, the Chancellor of the University of Nigeria, please permit me to stand on protocol already established to present a citation on the 52nd Convocation lecturer of the University of Nigeria, His Excellency, Most Distinguished Senator Hope Odidika Uzodimma, Commander of the Order of the Niger. Governor Hope Uzodimma's life story is deeply intertwined with the rich history and culture of Imo State, Nigeria. Born in December 1958, he has witnessed firsthand the transformative journey of his home state and has dedicated his life to contributing to its progress and prosperity. Uzodimma's early years were shaped by the values and hard work, resilience, and deep sense of community. Growing up in the family that instilled in him the importance of education and service, he developed a strong work ethic and a passion for making a positive impact on the lives of others. Governor Uzodimma's higher academic pursuits began at the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, Futo, Imo State, where he obtained both a diploma and a higher diploma in maritime management technology. These qualifications provided him with a solid understanding of the maritime industry, a sector that plays a vital role in the Nigerian economy. His thirst for knowledge led him to pursue further studies in the United States of America, where he earned a Bachelor of Arts in International Studies and Diplomacy from Washington University. This degree broadened his understanding of global affairs and equipped him with the diplomatic skills necessary to navigate the complexities of international relations. I wonder where your hands are. Thank you for using the hands. Governor Uzodimma's educational background is a testament to his dedication to personal and professional growth. His qualifications have not only shaped his career path, but have also provided him with the necessary tools to effectively address the challenges and opportunities facing Imo State and Nigeria as a whole. Distinguished Senator Hope Odedika Uzodimma, a man of remarkable accomplishments and unwavering dedication, currently serves as the executive governor of Imo State, Nigeria. Uzodimma's journey started in the political arena, where he carved a niche for himself as a distinguished senator. His tenure in the Senate, 2011 to 2019, was marked by his unwavering commitment to the people of Imo State, consistently advocating for their welfare and development. His insightful contributions and leadership qualities earned him widespread respect and admiration. In 2019, Uzodimma ascended to the governorship of Imo State, marking a new chapter in his service to his people. As governor, he has demonstrated exceptional leadership, steering the state towards progress and prosperity. His administration has prioritized infrastructural development, education, healthcare, and economic empowerment, transforming the lives of countless citizens. His tenure as governor of Imo State has been marked by a series of transformative initiatives that have significantly improved the lives of the people and laid the foundation for sustainable development. In the area of infrastructure development, we itemize a few. One is construction and commissioning of over 100 durable roads and bridges, including the Olu-Owerri Road, Owerri-Okigwe Road, and the Owerri-Umuahia Road. Reactivation of the Owerri Urban Water Scheme, providing access to clean water for residents. Revival of moribund public industries, boosting the state's economy. In the area of education, renovation and equipment of primary schools in all 305 electoral wards. Establishment of 2 new universities and a College of Education, expanding access to quality education. Funding and sustaining 5 tertiary institutions, ensuring educational opportunities for Imo indigenes. In healthcare, delivery of 3 world-class general hospitals equipped with state-of-the-art facilities. Provision of functional primary healthcare centers in all 305 electoral wards. Free medical services for Imo State civil servants. And in public service, automation of payroll and pension schemes, ensuring transparency and efficiency. Service-wide promotion of staff, addressing long-standing grievances. 13th month salary for all workers and increased minimum wage. Free transportation for workers. Under digital economy, establishment of the Ministry of Digital Economy and E-Government, a first for any state in Nigeria. training of 40,000 youths in digital skills with over 85% employed, and targets of training 300,000 youths in digital skills within 2 years. And under his visionary projects, leading the dredging of Oguta Lake, Orashi River to the Atlantic, operating up access to the sea and boosting economic development. Designation of the area as a free trade zone, attracting investment and industrialization. And in leadership qualities, uncommon tenacity and efficiency. Uncommon tenacity and efficiency. Prudent and disciplined management of state finances. Strong work ethic and dedication to public service. Commitment to national unity, tolerance, and social justice. Governor Uzodimma's leadership has transformed Imo State, leaving a lasting legacy of progress and prosperity. His commitment to the infrastructure development, education, healthcare, public service, and the digital economy has empowered the people and positioned the state for a brighter future. Uzodimma's influence extends beyond the borders of Imo State. He currently holds the prestigious position of chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum. Uniting the region's leadership in pursuit of common goals. Additionally, he serves as the chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum. A testament to his leadership abilities and commitments to national development. Uzodimma has consistently demonstrated a deep understanding of the challenges facing Nigeria. He is a strong advocate of national unity, peace, and progress, tirelessly working to bridge divides and foster collaboration. His unwavering you know, the thing with technology, which is where he is taking us, is that you have to be totally literate and resilient. And beyond his political achievements, Senator Hope Uzodimma's life is adorned with a multitude of prestigious awards and recognitions, a testament to his exceptional contributions to society. In 2023, Uzodimma was bestowed with the esteemed national honor of the Commander of the Order of the Niger. This prestigious award recognizes individuals who have made significant contributions to the nation's development and progress. The conferment of CON further solidified Uzodimma's position as leader of exceptional merit and integrity. The same year, the government of Rivers State bestowed upon Uzodimma its highest honor, recognizing his outstanding contributions to the state. This accolade underscores his commitment to the betterment of not only his home state of Imo, but also the wider Nigerian community. Uzodimma's dedication to public service has also been acknowledged by various organizations. Earlier in 2017, the Sun newspapers, This Day newspapers, and the Nigerian Union of Journalists all bestowed upon him the prestigious Senator of the Year award. Okay, you're waiting for more? You're waiting for more? Okay, I'll give you more.
I want to tell you,
Okay, among these titles, Senator Uzodimma holds a special place in his heart for Onwa Netiroha. This title translates to the moon that shines for all, signifying his unwavering commitment to illuminating the path of others and guiding them towards progress and prosperity. The title Onwa Netiroha is not merely an honorific. It is a reflection of Senator Uzodimma's character and leadership style. He is known for his inclusivity, his dedication to service, and all members of his community, and his unwavering belief in the collective power of unity. This title serves as a powerful symbol of his leadership and his unwavering commitment to illuminating the path for a higher future for all. Senator Uzodimma spends his spare time on reading, writing, and thinking about Nigeria and how we can build a better nation. His thoughts are usually expressed in public lectures, such as the one we are waiting to listen to today, or in his books. While the public lectures are countless, he has authored 3 books, namely Giant Strides of a Democratic Soldier, volumes 1 and 2 in 2015. Contemporary Essays in Nigeria Nation Building, and then Ndi Igbo and National Integration 2018. And also Reflections on the Igbo Question in 2022. I wonder where he finds the energy to do all this writing, considering how busy his office is. But he did them all the same. He is happily married, and you know that, or don't you? And this marriage is blessed with 7 wonderful children. Speaking on why universities should lead the way to a new Nigeria. Permit me, Mr. Chairman, the Vice Chancellor, all the dignitaries here, to call to the lectern, the 52nd Convocation Lecturer of the University of Nigeria, the Executive Governor of Imo State, His Excellency, most distinguished Senator, Chief Hope Odidika Uzodimma.
You are a leader. You are a leader. You are a leader. Leader. You are a 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 leader.
Please sit down, please.
Thank you very much. Can we listen to him?
Thank you, please. Sit down, please. Your Excellency, the Governor of Enugu State,
ably represented in this occasion. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Imo State, Lady Chinyere Ekomaru, PhD, and her dear husband, Chief Chukuma Ekomaru, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. Distinguished senators and members of the National Assembly, serving and non-serving. The Speaker, Imo State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Chike Olembwe. Members of the various houses of assembly that are here with us today. Your Excellency, the chairman of this great occasion, Senator Ikenwachukwu, former governor of Imo State, and chairman of today's occasion. Your Excellency, Chief Ikedo Hakim, former governor of Imo State, the President General of Ohaneze Ndibo Worldwide, Chief Engineer Isi Iwayanwu Ahejagamba, the Deputy National Chairman of the largest political party in the Black world, Chief Emma Enuku, Southern Nigeria. The National Vice Chairman of our great party, Southeast Zone, Dr. Ijoma Arediobu, and his members and executives. Federal ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, particularly the Minister of Science and Technology and Innovation, Chief Uchenna, and his colleagues. Deputy Speakers of our House of Assemblies, the Chancellor of University of Nigeria in Nsukka, this great university, His Royal Majesty Oba Adeyeye Enitan, the Oni of Ife, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Nigeria, Professor Charles Igwe and his wife, the Vice Chancellors of other universities, that of UNIZIK, IMSU, FUTO, K.O. Mbadiwe, University of Enugu, and other universities that are here with us, not forgetting the head of the newest university in the Southeast, Abanikoko University of Education, Owerri. The principal officers of the University of Nigeria, members of the University Senate, national and global president of University of Nigeria Alumni Association, Lady Doris Okoro, PhD, all federal commissioners and head of federal agencies and commissions, members of State Expanded Executive Council of Imo State and neighboring states, Your Royal Highnesses, traditional rulers, I'll use King Jaja of Opobo and Oni of Ife, and His Royal Highness C.I. Lomaya as a point of contact to recognize all traditional rulers in our midst. Distinguished invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I'm immensely very grateful to the management, the Senate, and the Vice Chancellor of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, Professor Charles Igwe, FAS, for the opportunity given to me to deliver the 52nd Convocation Lecture of Nigeria's foremost university, UNN. I bring you very warm greetings from my family, members of the State Executive Council, and the good people of Imo State. Lately, I've become a frequent guest of this foremost citadel of learning. A few years ago, precisely in 2018, I was here to deliver the 14th Njoku Memorial Lecture. I took advantage of that lecture to invite academics to step up and play their assigned role in national development. Today, I'm here again as the 52nd Convocation Lecturer of this great citadel of learning, which occupies the enviable position of the first indigenous university in Nigeria. Given the frequency of my visit here, I think I may be heading to becoming a visiting professor when I complete my tenure as the governor. But for now, I'm quite happy to be the guest lecturer for this year's convocation. I gladly accepted your invitation to deliver this lecture because you gave me the latitude to choose any topic of my choice that suits the mood of the nation. The first thing that came to my mind was to discuss the menace of insecurity in the country, particularly in the Southeast. But I figured out that because universities have little or no direct roles to play in solving the problem of insecurity, such a topic will be drab and may not be suitable for a convocation ceremony at a university community like yours. But considering that a university is the brewer of fresh ideas that facilitate the development of societies, it occurred to me that the best topic will be one anchored on the pivotal role of universities as generators of ideas for development. I also consider the fact that our nation is in dire need of innovative ideas and inventions that can bring her out of her perennial state of underdevelopment since independence. So in settling for the topic, why universities should lead the way to a new Nigeria, it is easy to see the connection between the topic of this lecture and the one I delivered in this same venue in 2018 when I was serving my second term as a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. At today's lecture, I intend to lead a conversation that tries to examine what role universities play through research and technological inventions in the economic development of nations, and why the universities in Nigeria must do so. In addition, I intend to challenge our universities to become drivers of social change and lead the way to a new Nigeria. My approach will be to look at the evidence of history to prove that universities across the globe have played such roles in the past, and now determine whether Nigerian universities have done so too, and if not, ask why. Thereafter, I will propose a way forward. So once again, let me thank the university authorities for affording me this opportunity to discuss this topic, which I believe is apt and suits the mood of the nation. It is my hope that this lecture and the discussions that would follow will serve as the catalyst that can take us to the new Nigeria we all desire. A recent survey on the needs and desires of Nigerians identified the following: better leadership, good roads, improved health facilities, constant supply of electricity, affordable homes, security, good quality education, and great human capital. To drive the realization of these desires, let me add that this new Nigeria should be known for a higher level of productivity driven by advances in technology. This new Nigeria we desire should also be prosperous and industrialized with ample employment opportunities for our graduates. The new Nigerian society should also be functional and dynamic and should be devoid of such ills as corruption, inequality, and poverty. That is the new Nigeria we all desire and deserve. And this is not too much to expect in a society like ours, with a very high degree of literacy. I'm talking of a country that currently exports highly skilled manpower to developed countries of the world. My postulation in this lecture is that our university should provide a compass that should lead us to that new, prosperous, and great Nigeria that is capable of addressing the emerging challenges, such as the challenge posed by climate change. The job of universities in this regard should begin with the right diagnosis of where we ought to be as a nation of over 200 million people after 63 years of independence. Universities need also to search within to identify the factors that are keeping us down from achieving the potentials inherent in our vast human and material resources. What is responsible for our stunted growth? To drive home this point, I've come up with a number of posers. Number one, why do we still have a relatively low level of industrial production and export? Number two, why have we continued to export mostly raw materials? Number three, why is our economy still overtly dependent on the export of crude oil? Number four, why do we still have a high degree of poverty and inequality? Number five, and very importantly, why have we failed to integrate the ethnic groups in Nigeria into one united nation? Number six, why do we have a degree of crippling corruption in our public institutions, including universities? And number seven, why do we have such a very low degree of patriotism among our people, including those who have benefited immensely from the country? It is only in this country that people who are sent abroad on government scholarships refuse to come back at the end of their studies. I'm sure you have many of such cases here at UNN. I'm also sure that some of you are complicit in shielding this economic sabotage. What excuse we have for the poor state of roads, power, health, educational and municipal infrastructure across the country? Why has our GDP stayed relatively low at USD 374 billion? And why is our economy growing at such a ridiculous low rate of 2.51%? I read recently that the University of California was a major contributor to the GDP of the state of California. And I wondered where we got it wrong in Nigeria. I can go on and on and on, but these posers are enough to highlight the gap between our present situation and the new Nigeria. As you can imagine, it is not enough to highlight these gaps. We need to come up with strategies on how we should go about closing the gaps. As Nigeria's oldest and purpose-built university, I expect the University of Nigeria to lead the way in this rebirth or renaissance. Before someone will openly grumble that what I expect from the universities is the job of the political class or the leaders of the nation, let me explain that I'm very cautious of the fact that our leaders have variously underperformed. However, as we proceed in the lecture, I hope you will see reasons to agree with me that universities have their role to play, while members of the political class also have theirs. Having laid this foundation, let me quickly salute the graduates and the faculty who are the main reason we are here today. We've come to celebrate your successes. We've come to celebrate your hard work, which has seen you through your graduation and convocation. Let me therefore, in a very special way, recognize your presence and congratulate you for achieving the feat of graduating from this prestigious university, in spite of all the challenges you may have faced. As the great lions and lionesses you are, you can now roar into the society and add value for its development. Once more, congratulations on your academic achievements. Having said that, I should let you know that we shall approach our topic by first trying to understand what a university stands for or what it actually does. Thereafter, we will take a trip to history to find out what role universities have played in facilitating development and nation building. And from there, we will look at the situation as it applies to Nigeria to determine what our universities have done so far and why they should lead us to the new Nigeria we all desire. What do universities stand for? Universities over the world are known as the center of learning and excellence because they offer advanced education. Society looks up to them for knowledge and for guidance. Thus, universities play a vital role as leaders in education, in research, and in technology. They are important to all sectors in society development. Since the year 1088, when the first university in the world, the University of Bologna in Italy, came into being, the society has always looked up to these higher institutions to provide the professional training and skills for high-level jobs, as well as the education necessary for the development of the personality. This was why before 1948, when the colonialists established the University College Ibadan as part of the University of London, Nigerians who were thirsty for university education went overseas in search of this high level of education. Consequently, many of them went to United Kingdom, America, Russia, and Germany for university education. It is to the credit of these pioneers that they excelled. Not only that they excelled, they also proved that their white counterparts, they were equals, if not better. Our people that competed with white students abroad showed superiority in cerebral capacity. Their quality in terms of input into the Nigerian system will soon come up for discussion. But I dare say that they were beacons through which subsequent generations followed in the acquisition of what was then known as the golden fleece. Remarkably, this included the great Sikh of Africa, Right Honorable Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe and Dr. Okechukwu Ikejian, who fought for our independence and saw the need to establish this university as Nigeria's first indigenous university on the eve of Nigerian independence in 1960. Universities as agents of development. Let us explore the historical role of universities in the development of Europe, America, and the Western world, and the correlation between skilled manpower and the early industrialization. In doing so, we need to align our thoughts on national development and the university ecosystem itself. But first, what do we understand development to mean? There are many definitions of development. According to Dudley Sears, development is when a country experiences a reduction or elimination of poverty, inequality, and unemployment. He further asserts that development means the condition for realization of human personality. Its evaluation must therefore take into account three linked criteria where there has been a reduction. In 1, poverty, 2, unemployment, and 3, inequality. To Edda Owens, real development occurs when there is development of people, that is human development, and not development of things. I think, however, that the definition offered by the Cambridge Dictionary is the simplest. The process in which someone or something grows or changes and becomes more advanced. Whatever your preferred definition, we can at least agree that development can only happen when people are equipped with the skills and the faculties to manifest their true potential and make their societies better and more advanced. So development is first about people, not things. This explains why universities are considered the bedrock of development, because they develop the human to acquire advanced skills for the benefit of the society. As Albert Einstein will put it, education is not about the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. The truth is that university education goes beyond mere accumulation of knowledge and certificates. It is more about nurturing critical thinking and creativity and problem-solving skills. We can go further to contextualize national development as the process in which citizens are improved and in turn improve their nation. Make no mistakes, the sequence cannot be broken. The people must first be improved and optimized before they can optimize their nation. Thus, the new Nigeria which we all seek is like a rock in the hands of a sculptor. If the sculptor is learned, skilled, and disciplined, he can turn the rock into a monument to behold. But if he is uninformed and indisciplined, he will turn the rock into a nuisance to deride. The rock therein becomes an obstacle or hindrance to humanity. I posit that a university is the place where citizens learn how to turn a rock into a monument and not a nuisance. When universities accomplish this role, they serve as the compass that leads nations to development. I have no doubt that this was the main reason for which Dr. Azikiwe labored against all odds to establish University of Nigeria when he did, and thereafter charged your forebears and you to produce the highly skilled men and women that will fulfill the manpower needs of the newly independent Nigerian state. Indeed, universities have played notable roles in developing Europe, America, and Western world. They have produced skilled manpower, contributed to the development of science and technology, and fostered innovation and entrepreneurship. In Europe, Universities were established in the Middle Ages to provide education and training in theology, in law, and medicine. These universities produced scholars and professionals who contributed to the development of European society, including the Renaissance, the scientific revolution, and the Enlightenment. In America, universities were established in the colonial period to provide education and training in the liberal arts, sciences, and professional fields. These universities produced leaders and innovators who contributed to the development of American society, including the Industrial Revolution, the Civil Rights Movement, and the Information Age. The correlation between skilled manpower and the early industrialization is evident in the history of the Western world. The Industrial Revolution, which began in Europe in the 18th century, was driven by the availability of skilled manpower, technological innovation, and entrepreneurship. The teaching of science and technology, which was fostered by the universities, played a critical role in the success of the Industrial Revolution. These institutions serve as hubs of knowledge creation and innovation, nurturing generations of thinkers, inventors, and leaders who have propelled their societies forward. It is on record that universities like MIT, Harvard, and others in Massachusetts played a major role in driving economic growth and innovation in their regions through patents, licensing new companies, training skilled workers, and providing facilities and support for new businesses. Harvard University, for instance, has a hefty $4 million annual budget dedicated to broad excellence across arts and science, including science and technology. It sparks with organizational structures for technology transfer and partnership between universities, the government, and the private sector. That alone proved to be an effective tool for innovation and competitiveness. Universities in the West also initiated policies to generate funding for creators, innovators, and to foster collaboration between academics and industries on research and consulting. Also, they established startup incubators that turned students and faculty into entrepreneurs and commercialized innovations. Facebook is the commonest living example. It began as a campus hub, but has today grown into one of the most profitable businesses in the world. In Nigeria, our pioneer universities, such as the University of Nigeria in Nsukka and the University of Ibadan, also stand as beacons of academic excellence and national development. They have produced generations of skilled professionals and made substantial contributions to the socio-economic fabric of the nation. However, a recent study on the economic impact of the University of California got me thinking on how we can improve the economic impact of our own university. In the report, the University of California was described as an essential economic engine for the state of California because it contributes about $82 billion annually to the economic output of the state. The report revealed that every US dollar spent in California or in the university generates over $21 in economic output. In addition, that university alone had 500 patents in 2019, bringing the total active US patents to 5,000 and international patents to 6,000. The university is also at the forefront of the research for solutions to problems faced by the state of California. Like UNN, University of California is a land-grant university and has impacted significantly on the health, agriculture, and nutrition of the rural population. Let us therefore be very clear that universities ought to be the center of excellence for knowledge and acquisition of advanced skills. This is why universities are referred to as citadels of learning or as ivory towers. It is mainly from universities that the best skills for technological breakthroughs are acquired. Again, universities not only provide high-level manpower for national development, they should also produce disciplined and well-cultured graduates. I believe this is why the universities must certify that their students are of good character before graduating them. Martin Luther King Jr. amplified this character component of education when he said, "The function of education is teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education." This explains why university certificates confirm that the bearers have been certified in character and learning. It is notable that character always comes before learning. It follows that such people should not just be skilled and productive, but of good behavior, and consequently patriotic. This remarkable emphasis on character points towards the importance of universities in building a better society. This position is supported by the character and conduct and the inventions of our first generation of graduates from across the globe, including those from our first generation universities. Let us drive the point home by looking at the inventive ingenuity of just 4 world-class professors of Igbo origin who have recorded major technological breakthroughs that changed the global economy. I'll start because charity begins at home. Let me play up the profile of Professor Bart Nnaji, who is from Enugu State. Professor Bart Nnaji is an expert in computerized architecture, robotics, and information technology. He is one of the innovators of the e-design concept, where product production engineers would work together from different locations to plan, create, and test the same product using the software and the website worldwide. Nnaji is the first Black man in American history to be bestowed with the title of Distinguished Professor of Engineering, the first African to become director of the United States National Science Foundation Endowed Center for Scientific Excellence, the first Nigerian to win the Becker Distinguished Research Award, which is considered the equivalent of the Nobel Prize in industrial engineering, the first African to write a book which was declared the best book in manufacturing engineering of the year throughout the world, the first Nigerian to be honored by World Bank and the International Monetary Fund as the African graduate, African scientist of the year, the first Black man to graduate as the best student of the year at St. John's University in New York, which was then 120 years old, a former Minister of Power, winner of the Nigerian National Order of Merit, which is Nigeria's highest honor for intellectual and artistic achievements. He is the first Nigerian to build a power plant and the first minister to raise the electricity generation in Nigeria to almost 5,000 megawatts. And all of it was successfully put on the national grid, except some 300 megawatts, which served as a spinning reserve, and so ensured unprecedented power supply across the country in 2012. This is Bart Nnaji. I want to play up Ume Ifeanyi. Ifeanyi Ume is credited with 5 inventions, all of which were patented at the United States Patent and Trademark Office, USPTO. He has 21 patents to his name. He's a professor at the Georgia Institute of Technology, Atlanta, Georgia. He's a recipient of the Donald P. Ekman Education Award in recognition of his contributions towards the education of mechatronics throughout the world. In 2010, he was also awarded the Electronics and Photonic Packaging Division Excellence Award in Mechanics. Cyprian also is considered a genius of computing because he revolutionized the technology world through his invention. He holds more than 126 patents delivered in the United States and more than 160 worldwide in semiconductors technology. He also co-wrote more than 35 publications, and his exploits earned him many international awards. In 2006, he was appointed Inventor of the Year for the patent on the manufacturing process of electrolytic interconnection structures on a chip of integrated circuit, USPTO 6.709.562. USPTO 6.709.562 is one of the most important patents in the science and technology of the semiconductors field. Cyprian Emeka Uzo is said to be the main pioneer of the modern technology of the copper interconnection of high performance. He is the one who discovered, developed, and applied in the team the various elements and the critical technologies that drove the successful implementation of the technology of copper interconnection at IBM Corporation, and also in all the semiconductor industry. This technology allowed the introduction of copper in the manufacturing of chips, which was a revolution. The discovery of galvanoplasty technology in this industry is also to the credit of Cyprian Emeka Uzo. Let us remember that IBM put this technology into production at the end of 1990s and represent today the main method of cabling devices using electric fields and metal molds to polish metals with low pressures. Emeka Nchekwube is credited with the co-invention of many patents. He is a neurosurgeon who currently lives and practices in the United States. He is certified by the American Board of Neurological Surgeons and is a member of the American Association of Neurological Surgeons. He is also a member of the St. Joe's Surgical Society. He is a member of the American Medical Association and the California Association of Neurological Surgeons. To be fair, we also have other prominent Nigerian professors who distinguish themselves as leading lights. They include men like Professor Kenneth Dike, Professor Eni Njoko, Professor Chike Obi, Professor James Ezilo, Professor Cordelionye, Professor Pius Okibo, Professor Frank Ndili, Professor Samuel Okoye, Professor Chuno Echebe, Professor Wole Choyinka, Professor Anemalo, to mention just a few. We also have great men and women, intellectuals and leaders, who this great institution, the University of Nigeria Nsukka, has produced. People like Michael Ade Ojo, Pius Okeke, Asisi Asobie, Chukwuma Soludo, Godwin Emefiele, Otega Emeho, Obiageli Ezekwesili, Chima Ibenache, Gerard Ilukwe, Engineer Emmanuel C. Iwanyanwu, Tunde Lemu, Emeka Onwuka, Aruma Ote, Herbert Nwigwe of blessed memory, Cyril Ene Eweze, Dora Akwini, Olisa Abakoba, Lama Adeshino, Gabriel O. Ajayi, Isi Amuchiazi, Sullivan Chime, Ike Ekwere Mmadụ, Akpan Isemin, Gregory Ngaji, Joy Emod, Chris Ngige, Chimaruk Namin, Peter Obi, Peter Odley, Fabian Osuji, Nki Itobi, Okwesileze Nwodo, Osita Ogbu, Pat Utomi, and a host of others. And by the way, my deputy governor, Her Excellency, Lady Chinyere Komaro, is also a lioness and one of the lucky graduates at this convocation ceremony. She will earn the doctorate degree of this university. Congratulations, my deputy governor. I have traveled this far to establish the point that universities indeed produce both drivers of technology and leaders of note. who drive development and governance in nations. I believe that the point has been well made from the evidence I do thus far. What is, however, salient is the fact that most of these trailblazers belong to the old generation, mainly the generation before and immediately after the Civil War. It also appears certain that the university graduates of the generation after this generation have not recorded such prodigious feats in technology and leadership as much as their predecessors. This implies that the role played by universities as agents of positive change in technology and leadership in our country has waned considerably. This brings us to the question of whether Nigerian universities are still in a position to lead the way to a new Nigeria, and why they must. To do justice to this proposal, we need to look at the present state of Nigerian universities vis-a-vis what they were in the beginning. Therefore, Nigerian universities, a comparative analysis. It should be a thing of joy that since our premier indigenous University of Nigeria, Nsukka, was joined by other universities, Nigeria now boasts of a record 170 universities as of 2023. 79 of these were owned by private concerns. 43 were owned by federal government, while state governments own 48. I'm happy to inform you that the Imo State government is operating and fully funding 3 universities. For these records, the University of Nigeria Nsukka, University of Ibadan, University of Lagos, and the Obafemi Awolowo University, formerly University of Ife, they have fathered many more universities. The implication is that our youth now have a lot of more opportunities and options to pick from than the previous generations. I will refrain from usurping the job of the National University Commission as to commenting on the qualities of these 170 universities, especially the new ones. But let me just say that a lot more is desired. Going by the avalanche of graduates turned out each year by these universities and other higher institutions of learning in Nigeria, it is safe to say that our universities produce a surfeit of high-level manpower that can effectively manage our affairs, both at the national, at the state, and local government level. Again, given the curricula of these universities as approved by National University Commission, we should have experts that are capable of providing solutions to the myriads of problems or challenges confronting us as a nation. Unfortunately, I am hesitant to say that this is the case with us. Sadly, the good old days appear to be the days of glory for our university system. Without prejudice against some truly hardworking scholars, the Nigerian university system today is a shadow of its past. Perhaps we are all liable, but as things stand, can we assert without fear of contradiction that our universities contribute to rather than deduct from national development? The nagging issues. It is self-evident that the current state of Nigerian universities is fraught with challenges that hinder their ability to contribute effectively to national development. Prominent among the challenges is the absence of minimum facilities and standards for learning and character molding. Most, if not all, universities lack basic facilities such as modern classrooms, laboratories, and the libraries. The result is that students are crowded into small available classroom spaces and are denied access to modern laboratories and libraries, and even online resources, which are essential for studies and research in the 21st century. A classroom meant to accommodate 50 students now takes over 150 to 200 students in most federal and state universities. Besides, truly devoted lecturers are now in short supply. Many of those who teach in our universities today have no passion for the job. Some who had the passion have lost it, while some have no genuine interest in academics. They just see it as a means of survival. Hence, they engage in all manner of unethical practices, ranging from extortion of students to sorting and sexual harassment to make extra money and lower the standard of learning. Our universities have also become more of the hub of courtesy than of knowledge and excellence. It appears that courtesy has become the unofficial new faculty in most universities. Students spend more time in court-related and other clandestine activities than in studying. Not surprising, many of them fail to match the expectations of the society. Instead, they graduate into different forms of criminality, thus constituting a serious menace to the society. In addition, it is impossible to produce refined young men and women in the kind of environment under which these students are accommodated. In the light of all this, not many are surprised that a good number of our university graduates do not exhibit basic knowledge of the subjects for which they were awarded degrees. Some cannot make correct sentences. This is no longer surprising because many of them are products of sorting. And some of the lecturers are those facilitating this sordid aberration. So how can such graduates drive innovation? Another challenge is the issue of corruption, unethical practices, and misplaced priorities, characterized by an excessive focus on appearances and administrative tasks rather than research, teaching, and community engagement. Nowadays, it has become customary for universities to introduce new dress codes or focus on banning certain items of clothing, while neglecting the development of research and development goals that could positively impact society. Many university authorities also spend more money in buying expensive cars, funding palatial quarters for officers, and sponsoring themselves and their cronies on expensive foreign trips that yield no fruits than they spend on the improvement of teaching and research facilities, such as libraries, laboratories, engineering workshops. The process of recruiting new staff is no longer based on merit, and its best brains are usually rejected in preference for friends, lobbyists, and those who are willing to pay some money. How can such a staff deliver at the highest level of excellence? What kind of role model will such a staff be to the young and impressionable students? Sadly, the admission process has also continued to diminish the place of merit at the expense of nepotism and other considerations. I often wonder what our universities would have turned to if the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board does not insist on certain degree of merit in the admission process. It is therefore little wonder that courtesy, internet fraud, sundry and other crimes have become commonplace in our ivory towers today. I believe, however, that the greatest bane of our present-day universities is that many of them are still living in the past, either refusing or unable to embrace modern-day digital realities. The advent of technology had made the world more interconnected and interdependent, thus putting added pressure on universities to transform into smart learning centers. This implies that the universities must intensify efforts towards developing sufficient skilled human capital required for driving the digital economy. Therefore, the imperative of Nigerian universities transforming into smart knowledge centers is non-negotiable. As we speak, universities in advanced economies have taken the lead. They have transformed into smart learning centers. Sadly, Nigerian universities are yet to adapt to this fast-paced knowledge economy driven by technology. The truth is that Nigerian universities are ill-prepared to perform their roles as sources for producing the type of knowledge that can service the ever-evolving technology sector with the requisite manpower and expertise. Poor funding, inadequate infrastructure, the dearth of skilled ICT personnel, and the absence of engagement with industry and government have remained the major challenges hindering our universities from contributing to the global expansion of emerging technologies and innovations. It is evident that Nigerian universities lack the resources and mindset to add both economic and social value to their graduates and communities. Consequently, instead of being job creators, graduates end up as job seekers because they do not receive sufficient training in entrepreneurship and innovation. The truth is that our universities are here to align with the fast emerging technologies presented through artificial intelligence, blockchain, big data and algorithm, robotics, 5G, quantum computing, biosensors, and biometrics, visual augmented reality, and gamification, among many others. This is why I believe that our universities are still living in the analog age. Our universities need to migrate to the smart digital age if they must lead the way to the new Nigeria we desire. In 10 years' time, the learning environment and workplace expectations will change considerably. This will be caused by future technologies such as artificial intelligence, AI, climate change, diversity, and inequality. Our universities, including our first indigenous university, the University of Nigeria, going forward. For the sake of emphasis, the purpose of this lecture is not to highlight the weaknesses in our education system, although it is a conversation that should not be ignored. My main aim is to chart the way forward as I challenge our universities to lead the way to a new Nigeria. So where do we go from here? Those who have been privileged to read the epic novel, Things Fall Apart, by the renowned author, Professor Chinua Achebe, who was the staff of this university, should picture the narrative of how the community felt when any of their sons was traveling for further studies, be it abroad or here at Nsukka. A man going to acquire the white man's knowledge must surely come back with more equipped talents to tackle the challenges of the community than those who had not moved beyond the village square. The excitement used to be such that people always dressed very flamboyantly and danced happily during the reception for such an achiever. I believe that was the same spirit that galvanized Nigerians in their expectations as these our graduates left the universities to begin their career in the society. That must have also been one of the reasons that informed the decision of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe to establish this university and pass the law in 1955. It is not in doubt that the role universities should play is to serve as the compass that leads societies to technological breakthroughs and informed leadership. So let no one make any mistake about it. Our own universities must lead us to the new Nigeria of our dream. There are two critical areas in which I want to charge our universities and their graduates to lead the way to a new nation. One is in technology. The other is in governance. 63 years after independence, Nigeria is basically not where it should be technological-wise. It was in a bid to accelerate the technological advancement of our nation that the federal government established 4 universities of technology in Akure, Minna, Yola, and Owerri in the late 70s and early 80s. States and individuals followed suit. And today, we have 6 other universities, namely the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Enugu State University of Science and Technology, Modibo Adama University of Technology, Ondo University of Science and Technology, Bells University of Technology, Kano State University of Science and Technology, and Cross River University of Science and Technology. From the look of things, the investments in these universities of technology are yet to yield the expected goals. Subsequently, another class of specialized universities were created to address the shortfalls in another critical area of knowledge and expertise, and that is in agriculture. The Federal University of Agriculture were established in Abeokuta, Makurdi, and Umudike, and recently in Imo State, we established 1. It is also debatable if these universities have yielded their desired fruits and harvest. I see many universities of agriculture going outside to buy banana and oranges. I don't know then what the university is all about. In the light of these failed experiments, we must return to our question: where do we go from here? I'm glad to note that with respect to the challenge of transforming our universities to smart knowledge centers, there appears to be a ray of hope. The National Information Technology Development Agency, NICDA, is reported to have established ICT innovation hubs in some selected universities across the geopolitical zones of the country. According to reports, some of these NICDA ICT centers are located in the universities of Lagos, Port Harcourt, Bayero University, Kano, Federal University of Technology, Minna, and Gombe State University. They are programmed to facilitate the adoption of stronger collaboration and synergy among governments, industry, and universities to produce highly skilled graduates and ensure the entrenchment of the digital economy for the well-being of the people. The ICT hubs are also charged with the responsibilities of increasing access and flexibility to digital literacy and enabling students to develop the digital skills and competencies needed to create jobs and improve livelihoods for sustained national development. In addition, the centers are expected to position the institutions at the top of technology development by facilitating a digital lifestyle in the institutions. I believe that if these ICT hubs are effectively managed, Nigerian universities will be able to regain their relevance and the original mission of functioning as the generators of knowledge and technology to equip and support our youths to contribute value in an ever-expanding digital economic world order. Consequently, efforts should be intensified to establish the ICT hubs in all the universities and possibly in both primary and secondary schools so that we can catch them young. There is no doubt that the future surely holds great prospects for Nigeria's digital economy. When all our higher education institutions are transformed into smart universities imbued with the knowledge base and competitive age to match their contemporaries in other parts of the world. The other step to take is to strengthen the law establishing the Nigerian Universities Commission so that it can strictly enforce the best standards in all universities. Universities should also be empowered to withdraw the certificate of any of its graduates indicted for any form of criminality and or corruption after graduation, since the universities vouch for the character of their graduates by certifying them in their certificate. The beneficiaries should know that the certificate can be withdrawn if they become of bad character. In like manner, lecturers who are indicted of extortion, sorting, or sexual harassment should, in addition to jail terms, derogated and all their certificates acquired ever in life withdrawn. Similar fate should be visited on lecturers and university authorities who misuse or misappropriate funds meant for research and administration. I'm glad that the issue of underfunding of universities is being addressed by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. I'm confident that the issue will soon become a thing of the past. I'm also glad that his administration will demand a high degree of accountability and transparency in the deployment of these funds from Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TED Fund, to our universities. Now, let us look at the universities as drivers of social change. In this final section, I intend to challenge our universities to assume the role of change agents and drive this country in a new direction. This is an important but often understated role of universities. Not long ago, our universities mounted the fiercest opposition to the apartheid white rule in South Africa and authoritarian military regimes across Africa, including here in Nigeria. Students were taught to be bold and courageous, to stand for freedom, and to defend the truth. It was easy to recruit students into fight for freedom and truth because they saw the same principles in their professors. Our universities must return to that era. I dream of a time when new political and economic theories will emerge from our lecture rooms and scientific discoveries and revolutions are announced from our laboratories. A time when our campuses become places where ideas are hatched, where new theories are examined, and where new philosophies are debated. In this university of my dream, young adults should be nurtured and turned into thinkers, innovators, analysts, dreamers, and skeptics. Our universities should become nurseries where the next generation of leaders are taught to be principled and to have integrity even when it hurts. Permit me to quote my favorite section of that famous letter purportedly written by Abraham Lincoln to his son's teacher. Teach him, if you can, that 10 cents earned is of far more value than $1 found. It is far more honorable to fail than to cheat. Teach him to learn how to gracefully lose and enjoy winning when he does win. Teach him to sell his talents and brain to the highest bidder, but never to put a price tag on his heart and soul. As ivory towers, the best of human behavior in terms of morals and ethics should be found in the universities. Such virtues like honesty, accountability, fairness, transparency, and equality should not be in short supply. Let us take corruption, for example. Rather than mimic the corruption in the larger society, our universities should be able to resist corruption and serve as models or reference points for how to spend public funds. It should not be a case of join them if you cannot beat them. The transformation of Singapore by Lee Kuan Yew was made possible by his love for the truth and his courage to insist on truth and defend it at all times. It is interesting that the word truth is central to the motto of your university: to seek truth, to teach truth, and to preserve truth. Thus, if University of Nigeria and Nsukka, including faculty and students, should be known as defenders of truth, both those in the campus and the alma mater, considering the number of graduates UNN produces per session, we can all imagine what difference it will make if all graduates of these institutions are known as people who are honest and defenders of truth, wherever they are found. Now tell me, is it not enough to transform this country by the number of people we have graduated? If you are wondering why I'm insisting that our university must lead us to the new Nigeria of our dream, it is because I see the universities as the sculptors, while Nigeria is the rock. The sculptor owes it a duty to mold the rock to a monument to behold. In truth, there is no alternative to the pivotal role of universities in our country. And indeed, not only our country, every country all over the world. So the path forward requires a collective effort, a shared vision, and a commitment to excellence. It is time for us to invest in our universities, to prioritize research and innovation. In addition, we must create an enabling environment for our students to thrive and ensure that they are equipped with the skills, knowledge, and character necessary to contribute to the development of our nation. Yes, the new Nigeria of our dream is possible, and it starts with our universities. As Nigeria's first indigenous university, this new or revised consciousness should start here at the University of Nigeria and Nsukka. Let me end this lecture with the inspirational words of one of our Africa's icons, Nelson Mandela. According to Nelson Mandela, education is one of the most powerful weapons which you can use to change the world. I agree with him. And our universities represent those most important weapons referred to by Mandela. And we must use them to change Nigeria for good. Let me use the opportunity of this auspicious event to announce the endowment of a chair in this great university in my name. It shall be known as the Hope Uzodimma Chair for Good Governance and Civic Responsibilities. This should be domiciled in the Department of Political Science or any department in the Faculty of Social Sciences. I shall work out the details with the relevant university authorities for implementation. I want to once more thank the university authority for allowing me the opportunity to be able to contribute my own quota towards the forming of the new Nigeria. Thank you so much for your time. Long life our universities. God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. May you all take your seats so we can make progress. It's okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you. Could you please take your seats? We have quite a number of things to do. So next, may I take the microphone to the chairman to give his post-lecture remarks. And right after that, we can make the presentations to the 52nd Convocation lecturer of the University of Nigeria. Can someone take any of the mobile microphones to the chairman so he can give his remarks from his seat? Please take it to the chairman and he can give his post-lecture remarks. And yes, please.
You can be there. You can be there.
So before the chairman's post-lecture remarks, it's requested that we take the response from Aheja Gamba himself, President General of Ohanes and Igbo, and distinguished Lion of the University of Nigeria, the Aloha.
Mr. Chairman, of this very important occasion in my alma mater, distinguished Senator Nwachukwu, former governor of Imo State. The governor of Imo State, our governor Okuzodimwa, Vice Chancellor, please, I want to stand on the existing protocol, but I must
acknowledge the presence of Oni of Ife. I want on behalf of Ohanes and Igbo to say thank you to Oni of Ife. Oni of Ife, I have listened to many comments you are making, praising and complimenting Igbo capacity to help in building this country. You are one of the people who believe that Igbos have helped to build Nigeria. I am very grateful to you on behalf of Igbos. Well, I'm asked to make comment, and I'll make a brief comment. I speak on behalf of Ohanes and Igbo worldwide. I want to say welcome to all of you. Also, I am the grand patron of the Alumni Association. Our president, Dr. Doris, is here. He will speak on our behalf. But I came to this institution 61 years ago. 61 years ago, I came into this institution. And this institution made Emmanuel Iwanya what I am today. I am very proud of this institution. I want first to thank the Vice Chancellor and his beautiful wife and all the members of the university for making sure you kept the university going in good shape. I'm very proud. I'm very proud. We have listened to a convocation address by one of the most illustrious, most successful politicians Igbo land has ever produced. Opus Odimma. Opus Odimma is one of those politicians who took me as a leader. Others are people like Tenu Namani, people like I'm Parasayan, people like Senator Wagara. All of them work under me. Many of them. He's one of them. Hope I'm the person who can tell you about this young man. He's a very intelligent person. You know, you know that Hope is very intelligent until you go near him. He adores intellect. He has a lot of respect for intelligent people. And above all, he is very kind. I feel very happy that he's brought here today. Please, I'm directing the Secretary General of Igbo, I think Ambassador Okemuche, Emefal. I hope you are here. And then, of course, Dr. Alex Bonner, you're here. Make sure that every town union in Igbo land has a copy of this lecture. Are you hearing me? Every town union must have a copy of this because for many years to come, this lecture will be a base for the discussions on our development, on the solution of the problems we have in this country today. So I want to thank all of you. And I want to say, for me, this also is homecoming. I feel a sense of triumphant, triumphant. I feel like I have gone out. The University of Nigeria have made me what I am. And I'm very happy to be back. Of course, I don't want to stay here to say everything. But here, in the University of Nigeria, they made me the first Aloha. I am the first person to be called Albino of Higher Extension. I am first in many things. I was the first person to serve in the council of this university. And there is an event I can never forget in 1964. In 1964, University of Nigeria was the first university to win the academic exchange in Nigeria. That year, I had distinction in all my papers. I was the first in Nigeria to win academic exchange award, a scholarship in those days for gifted students. Dr. Nanjasi Kiwe organized a party for me, and that's the first day I took him. When I came back to my colleagues, I told them I can't wash my hands for 1 week. That Zeke shook me, because that was the first day Zeke shook me. Yeah, so I told them I won't check anybody. It was a very interesting thing. So I have so many memories, yeah. I remember our exploits in Legon. Those of you remember in 1964. I hope the present people, you know, you have a great legacy. In 1964, in Legon, Ghana, West African University game, I was there. We know what we did. So please I want people to know, because I'm limited to 3 minutes, I have to stop. But I want the students to know that you have a very proud heritage. Today, I have been made the leader of Igbos, and I'm doing it with all my mind, and I will not let you down. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to take a goodwill message from our Chancellor, our dear Chancellor, the Oni of Ife. Please put your hands together as invite.
Kábíyèsí. Kábíyèsí o. Kábíyèsí
Your Excellency, my ever adorable, very charming, ever agile, ever kind. I can go on and on about Honwa himself and the drummer. Please, a resounding round of applause for the guest lecturer, the person that we are all here today. I am very happy. I am very fulfilled that I'm here. I don't know about you. I am very happy to be fully associated with the guest lecturer. Your Excellency, I am very proud of your capacity, your intellect, your agility, your tribalized disposition towards our dear country. I think you can do better for homework. I know you are tired, but the great leader is indeed worthy to be celebrated from time to time. Please give him a resounding round of applause. Thank you. I greet you all as the Chancellor of this great university, the only university in our country that is indeed University of Nigeria. The great lions and lionesses. On behalf of the already established protocol, I want to thank each and every one of us that are here, including my humble self and my other brother traditional rulers from every corner of our dear country. You can see that indeed the political leader, the icon, is very detribalized. I am here because of him. I'm wearing two caps as the chancellor of this university and also a traditional ruler, the spiritual head of the entire Yoruba people, both in Nigeria and beyond. Over 6 years ago, we came right in this same hall, and he delivered a very powerful speech, a very, very powerful lecture. And that day was a watershed for him politically. He was a senator then. The aspiration of him becoming the governor hasn't been so loud then. But I actually stood here then and I told everybody that indeed we have a drummer. If you like, he will continue to drum. You better start to dance to his tune. And look at our leader politically today, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma Honwa himself. There is a song that I like so much about him. They sang the song when we all came in. Honwa de como.
Honwa de como. Honwa de como. I better free. Who wants to free you? You go to Honwa de como. Honwa de como.
That song has a meaning. Onward they come. Indeed, onward has come. And he has conquered. If you agree with me, can I see your hands up? Please use that hand, that beautiful hand, to give him another resounding round of applause. Please quote me. You can barely see a professor of high repute all over the world that will give a speech, a lecture like this for almost an hour and will catch the attention of everybody. Human concentration is so very low. But I looked at the environment, everybody listened with rapt attention because everything delivered was making sense. This is the second time he delivered a very moving lecture, and the leader of Ohaneze said, you need to keep the copies. Your Excellency, please, I want to indulge you. The lecture you gave 6 years ago, you can join the two together. It's actually a material for even professors all over the world. The song I sang earlier on, I want to change it again. You said, you joined me. Onward they come. Abi, just wait now. Now, onward they talk. Onward they talk. Onward they talk.
You know they learn. You know they learn. You must to learn. Oh.
God bless you. You know they learn. They learn, you must to learn. That is the material he has given to us today. I will keep it in our archives all over the country. I will share it with the youth of this country, and it will become a reference point. And I mean it. Onwa is talking, and we are all learning. And you must learn by hook or by crook. We have leaders that are very kind, very selfless, and will turn around this country. I am a very strong believer of this country. And I know that he is indeed a believer of his country. Please continue to join me. We need to give such a leader a great, great encouragement. Please give him a resounding round of applause. Now, we said, on where they come, he has come, he has conquered. On where they talk, he has spoken, and we are learning. Now, on where they drum, on where they drum, on where they drum.
You know they dance, you know they dance. You must to shake. Oh
yeah.
why they
This guy is stand up.
Oh why they You know they dance, you know they dance. You must to shake. Oh, you must to shake. I hear that one.
Thank you very much. You can all be seated. What did you just say? Let me hear that. Please clap for this. Wonderful people. Clap for this wonderful. Please, a resounding round of applause for them. Lion and lionesses, we have seen you too.
Listen, a hard to pass. I got chara. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, clap for the musician too. Clap for him. When you see very good leaders, honestly speaking, I think we all must join hands to celebrate such leaders. On a final note, my Vice Chancellor, thank you once again for bringing Honwa himself. He has come, he has conquered. Honwa himself, he has spoken, and we have learned. Honwa himself, he's still beating that drum, and we are all dancing and we are all shaking. God bless you. God bless the entire management of the university. God bless the chairman of this occasion. Thank you for your elderly support to the governor. Anytime I see him, I see you behind him. I see you in front because you have been in that position before. And as an elder statesman, I'm always very motivated about everything you do. The former governor too, the sporty governor, please join hands, join me and give him a resounding round of applause for supporting his junior brother. He's the senior. Thank you for everything you're doing to make the entire Igbo land better and as a whole to make Nigeria better. God bless you. God bless University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
I want the drama. I want the drama. You know the dance, I know the dance. You must dance. I want the drama. I want the drama. I want the drama. You know the dance, I know the dance. You must dance. I want the drama. I want the Tina. I want the drama. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I want the drama. You know they dance, you know they dance, you want to shake her. Oh, what they trouble. Oh, what they trouble. Oh, what they trouble, they trouble. You know they dance, you know they dance, you want to shake. DJ. Oh, what they trouble. You know they dance, you want to dance. Oh, what they trouble. Oh, what they trouble. I hate your temper, I say, I hate your temper. To be of people, your royal majesty. We can't have it. I'm not going to be. When you took me, I want the trouble. When they dance, dance, dance. Whether you like it or dance. They want to dance so. Baby, tell themselves. I want the trouble. You must dance so.
Thank you very much. And next,
Thank you.
and so next, the Vice Chancellor.
Thank you.
Okay, may I invite the Ikorodo dance group to come and perform for 3 minutes? Please take the stage while the photographs are being taken so you can do your bit and
Gini come get you. We're a team of love. Gini come get you. We're a team of love. I come in, I try to get by. I come in, I'm trying to get by. I come in, I come in, we're a team. The orator is there's a next photo. Bring it up. Pursuit and Nazi won't come up the mondo. Other Nazi, okay, then again, other Nazi, I got a rigging of Brandon Nazi, I got a rigging of Nazi, ọ ga-adịrị gị mma. Onye mụrụ gị mụrụ ezi nwa, ọ ga-adịrị gị mma. Polisi na-ekpegide gị patina, ọ ga-adịrị gị mma. Ugochukwu ọbara nwoke ọma ma ihe, ọ ga-adịrị gị mma. Patina, adịghị, ọ ga-adịrị gị mma. Igirigi ahụ. Aga m eji acha, aga adịghị mma, aga m eji ntụ, adịghị mma, aga m eji
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, the Ikorodo Dance Group. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ozuola. Please, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please return your seats. Please return to your seats. The ceremony is still ongoing. Please return to your seats. And next, the Vice Chancellor will formally make some presentations on behalf of the university to the Convocation lecturer. Thank you, the Ikorodo Dance Group. Thank you for that colorful performance. I sincerely wish we had more time so we could have you playing for much, much longer. Our friends from Owerri have a long journey ahead and the day is already fast spent. So I do hope you understand why we have to rush things through so they may leave for Owerri. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. If I had the powers, I will keep His Excellency in Nsukka for one more day. so he can shake as many people as possible.
On your blood chair, please, can you take your seats?
Please take your seats. And so next, I'd like to please take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Take your seats. So may I invite the Vice Chancellor? We're going to do this downstairs, so we'll keep it simple. Invite the Vice Chancellor to make a presentation on behalf of the university to the convocation lecturer, and right after, he will make a presentation to the chairman as well. Yeah, so may I invite the convocation lecturer to please rise and take the presentation from the Vice Chancellor.
Distinguished Senator, His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodimma, kindly, I hope it will be your wish to walk up to this place to receive this honor, sir, or this award.
Yes, it's okay. We'll allow His Excellency 1 minute or two. The band, do you have something entertaining? Keep us busy for 1 minute while we wait for His Excellency to receive his presentation.
Thank you.
Okay. Or may we take, we can take the presentation to the chairman first and then give that to His Excellency. Yes.
Yes, sir. Distinguished Senator, no, we'll say here, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma, the inaugural lecture, the convocation lecturer for our 52nd convocation ceremonies. I have been mandated by the Senate, the management of University of Nigeria, through the chairman of Senate ceremonial committees, University of Nigeria, to present this plaque in commemoration of this lecture that has been described as one of the best that we have had here. And I present this on behalf of the authorities of the University of Nigeria. Congratulations, sir. Let's call the listener so that he knows what is inside.
I'm searching for until I gotta keep on searching till I find. Nothing good comes easy. Yes, I know. Gonna keep right on searching till I find. I want it to know, but until
Yes, you can take a seat. Yes.
spread out such a till I find. You can
And next, the Vice Chancellor will make a presentation to the chairman of the lecture.
such a till I find.
Once again, His Excellency, distinguished Senator Ikenwachukwu, the People's General. I have the pleasure and honor to present this plaque on behalf of the Senate and management of the University of Nigeria as a commemoration of your brilliant performance as the chairman of this 52nd Convocation lecture of the University of Nigeria. So congratulations, sir.
What's gonna
Can we
be
come
gonna
and
be?
see what is inside?
What's going down? What's going down? What's gonna be gonna be? There's nothing to do about it. What's gonna be gonna be?
Thank you,
What
sir.
goes on? What's going down, down, down? What's gonna be gonna be? Yeah, there's nothing to do about it.
Thank you. As you would expect, there are several other presentations. There are many other presentations, and the Vice Chancellor has kindly approved the
Jesus, no lie. No, Jesus, no lie.
so
Woman of pride. No, no, no. Woman of pride.
please, the National Association of Imo State Students, that the presentation has to be made by one person, not all of you. National Association of Postgraduate Students of Imo State, one person or two persons will make the presentation, not all of you.
He can't delay. He can't deny. He
And so
can't
may I
delay.
request His Excellency
Again, His Excellency, the distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma. Please, please don't rush.
But one person can make the presentation on behalf of the associations. That is the practice. One person or two persons at the most can make the presentation on behalf of you all.
Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma, these are your subjects. Very briefly, one or two sentences I will collect.
Naiso Igwebike, Your Excellency, sir, the Governor of Imo State, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, standing on the existing protocols, I remain my humble self, one individual Akachuku Fortune, the President of Imo State students in UNN. Your Excellency, sir, we have been seeing your good works. On behalf of the Nigerian National Association of Imo State students, we present this honorary award to your office, Mr. Excellency, for the good works we have seen. For the good works we have seen. On behalf of the National Association of Imo State students, this day, Thursday, 9th of May, in appreciation of his tireless dedication
to the growth of Nigerian students and Imo State students in
He
Nigeria.
has done it for us.
Of the greatest Nigerian students, of the greatest Gaga, of the greatest DD. As we heard that governor is coming to deliver the inaugural convocation lecture, and as our patron and a life member of NANS, we decided to come and accord him a befitting welcome, and also to present this certificate of appreciation in recognition of his outstanding support and contributions to the welfare of Nigerian students. Thank you.
Even before you pray, Jehovah God has answered you. He has done it for you. He has taken away
Your Excellency, it's a great honor to have you today. We are proud to have you as our capacity governor. On behalf of Imo State Association of Postgraduate Students, we hereby present this award of recognition to you for your wonderful contributions towards the economic and national development of the good people of Imo State. Thank you very much.
So I think that's it.
Great Nigerian students, His Excellency, sir, Senator Hope Uzodinma, the Vice Chancellor of our university, all protocols duly observed. We, the Senate Union government, really appreciate your presence, and I bet we learned a lot from your lecture. Thank you so much, sir, for coming, and we are pleased to be in your presence. Thank you, and God bless you, sir.
He has done it for us. He has taken away your pains, and I've given you peace of mind and home. He has done it for us. See the way he was showing. He has done it for you. I've done it for you. He has done it for us.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for those presentations. The Vice Chancellor has indicated that we must wind down the ceremony because His Excellency must leave now.
He has done it for us. He has taken away my pains and given me peace, my God. He has done it for us. See the way he answered you.
Thank you, everyone who has come. Please, the Vice Chancellor has indicated that we must shut down because His Excellency must leave. But I did promise that we would make a special moment to recognize the different groups who've turned up to welcome His Excellency. Starting from those who stay here with us, I'd like to recognize the presence of Imo Women Association led by Professor Moses Gabriela, Imo People's Assembly led by Professor Zeph Njoku, and the many distinguished guests who accompanied His Excellency on the trip. In no specific order, Her Excellency, Dr. Mrs. Ekomaru, the Deputy Governor of Imo State, Sachuku Ekomaru, SAN, the husband, Chief Engineer Emmanuel Iwanyawu, the President General of Ohanese Ndibo, Dr. Emma Eruku, National Deputy Chairman of APC, Dr. Ijoma and Arodubu, National Vice Chairman SE, Southeast APC, Right Honorable Chike Olugwe, the Speaker of Imo State House of Assembly, His Excellency Ikedi Hakim, former Governor of Imo State, Her Excellency Dr. Ado Kwonu, former Deputy Governor of Imo State, the Right Honorable Amara Iwanyanwu, Deputy Speaker, Imo State House of Assembly, Senator Ezenwa Onyewuchi, Senator representing Imo East, Distinguished Lion, Senator Uche Ekwunife, DG, Southeast Governors Forum, Senator Gilbert Naji, Senator Otazi, His Excellency Emetolu, the Secretary General of Ohaneze, the Right Honorable Chiko Kafo, the Honorable Minister for Science and Technology, our dear Lion, Chief Uche Naji, Chief Ifani Ikoli, Chief Cosmos Iwu SG, Sir Barrister Nnamdi Anyehe, Chief of Staff to the Governor, all the commissioners here present, special advisors, His Royal Highness Eze Dr. C.I. Inomwanya, the Chairman, Imo Council of Elders, His Royal Highness King Jaja of Upobo, Dr. Davis and Douglas Jaja, His Royal Highness Eze Oliver Ohanwe, His Royal Highness Eze Demian Obianigwe, the Vice Chancellors from Imo State, Professor Eze of the University of for Environmental Sciences, Professor Ikechi Dozie, Kingsley Ozumbamba Diwa University, Professor Onwameze, the Vice Chancellor of Imo State University, the Chairman of APC in the 27 local government areas of Imo State, many elders, too numerous to mention. I welcome you and I thank you all for making this journey. May I most respectfully, therefore, invite the Chairman for his closing remarks, and right after the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration, Professor Romanus Ezokonkwo, will give the vote of thanks on behalf of the university. Is he here? Okay, I understand the Honorable Minister, come. The Honorable Minister for Trade and Investment is in the house, Dr. Doris. Dr. Doris Anita, you're welcome. Thanks for joining His Excellency on this trip. Can somebody take the microphone to the chairman so he can make his closing remarks? Is it shorter? Somebody take the microphone to the, after the closing remarks, then he give the vote. Is it? No, the chairman's closing remarks, then the vote of thanks. Please take the microphone to the chairman.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, most distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma, the Chancellor of the University, the Oni, the Vice Chancellor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. The Governor spoke to us today on the need for us all to use the facilities we have in our universities to cut a new path to the development of our country, Nigeria. He laid down to us methodologies as to how to achieve this, and it's now left to all of you in the university environment to take on the challenge to rebuild our country. Nigeria needs innovators, needs dreamers, needs people who can set us on a higher level. It's been shown all over the world that the Nigerian mind is no less than any other anywhere in the world. So why must our country remain the way we are today? The challenge, therefore, is use the environment of university to build a better Nigeria for us. A Nigeria in which there are no pandering to ethnicity, pandering to nepotism, pandering to things that are untoward in order to make good. We have the ability, we have the potentialities to build a strong Nigeria. On behalf of you all who's been here today, join me in thanking our guest lecturer, the Convocation lecturer today, Senator Hope Uzodimma, for this brilliant work. Thank you all.
So next, we take the vote of thanks from the Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, Professor Romanus Ezokonkwo. The microphone is live.
Good afternoon, everybody. Mine is a very simple task to thank our dignitaries. Let me start with the the lecturer, the convocation lecturer, distinguished Senator Pope Uzodimma, the Executive Governor of Enugu State. We thank you so much for finding time to be with us today. It's a thing of joy that we hosted you, we had you here. I want to thank the chairman of the occasion, General Ike Kweremadu, General Ike Nwachukwu, sorry, the chairman of this event, and our vice chancellor, of course, who made this ceremony possible. Let me not forget our traditional ruler, the Oni of Ife, who we use as a contact for the traditional rulers in Nigeria. Your being here is a thing of joy for us, and we're very glad from this part of the country to host you in the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. I want to extend the thanks to all the red cap chiefs here. It's like we have an Imo day today in the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. It's a thing of joy. And all our colleagues from the campus, from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, the professors, and all the lecturers and staff of the university, and our students, we thank you so much. May the good Lord lead you safely back to your various destinations as we close here. Thank you. God bless you.
My Deputy Vice Chancellor, thanks also for keeping it brief. So next, we're going to take the closing prayers, and right after that, we take the national anthem. But it'd be nice to leave on a high. As this date was approaching, we would normally have some anxieties. Would the guest lecturer come? Would the chairman come? Would they be here on time? Would we be able to put up a good show? Would we be able to make them leave with a smile? His Excellency is smiling. The chairman is smiling. We also prayed for good weather. It looks like we had a perfect weather. These days, you pray for power. We also prayed for power. It looks like that. And we prayed for technical hitches. It looks like we had none. And we would want to give glory to God. We want to give glory to God. We asked for the presence of additional guests to make this a super inaugural lecture. It looks like that prayer was answered as well. The moment the ONI showed up, the temperature rose a bit. The President General showed up, the Great Lion, the temperature rose. And all these distinguished guests, members of the National Assembly, members of the State Executive Council, they all showed up. And there's no doubt that we've had a perfect day. Music department, can we sing His Excellency out of this place? What song comes to mind? Can we do To God Be the Glory quickly? Can we do one stanza of To God Be the Glory? Sorry?
To God be the glory, great things He has done. Better voice. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Let the people rejoice. The good to the forum through Jesus, the Son. And give him the glory. Great is He was Lord.
Thank you very much. May we take the national anthem.
Can we take the national anthem?
Thank you very much. And while you are standing, could you keep the aisle clear for the Vice Chancellor, the guest lecturer, the chairman, the chancellor to leave? Please stay standing. And thank you very much. Have a good afternoon. And may you all have a very safe trip back to your various destinations. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you. Now.
Onyere mudo, onyere mebe sarambara. Naziri mozame Akwangwara gị na Chukwu gazame pere. Hallelujah, kemo kama. Akwangwara gị na Chukwu gazame pere. Hallelujah, kemo kama.